Full life consequences, the video series. I have no idea what you're talking about right now, AJ. What do you even mean right now? Oh, full life consequences, Dishonored, right? Oh, thanks for the thanks for the bits feature. That reminds me, I forgot to add all the bits and the subscriptions from the last stream to that amount over there, but I'll fix that later. We can do that at the midstream when we take a break. Also, I don't know. This is my Siege DPI. I think this is gonna work for this, only I keep hitting... Oh! I keep hitting the, like, massive CD reader that I have next to me. So we came in here, we saw a scientist get eaten by a fish, and... Oh, no, 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 not this again. And now we're trying not to get eaten by fish, and maybe get a harpoon gun out of it, or not really a harpoon. The stream asks when Full Life comes out. Oh, Full Life series has been out for years. It's a cinematic masterpiece. Are you telling me there's actually a series called Full Life? Because I just named this stream Full Life as a joke, and you know damn well that I did. Ugh, I forgot they spit out all the bones of the things that they ate. There's like spines and a clavicle, shoulder blade, I don't even know. Pelvis bone, and like skull. I almost called it helmet instead of skull, my bad. Thanks for the bits though, Future, I'd put them to good use. Alright, so we're... am I... Seriously, it's like, whenever I'm not looking for them is when I hit them. What we're trying not to do is get eaten by Fishman, but I don't know where Fishman is. I don't even know if he just only comes after you when you're in the water, or if he's constantly swimming around. Because if I recall, in the original game, you would see him sometimes. Like, you could legit see... Oh, I saw bubbles. In the original game, you could see him, like, come onto the surface every once in a while. But I think we can also, like, kind of avoid the water for now. It's so crazy how Half-Life goes from intrigue to horror to... Huh? That is not the shot. Future. Did you read the description? That is not what soy that's not take the shot. Take the shot is not the soy shot. And that will never come back. Oh, what's up? Dude, you see your bro get eaten? Dude, I know!
They claim it was hauled from the Challenger Deep, but I'm positive that beast hasn't swam in terrestrial waters until a week ago.
How do you know that?
There is a tranquilizer gun in the shark cage, but I'm not sure it would work on this particular species. You're more than welcome to try your hand.
To be honest with you, I don't know if that sequence is in the original game or not. Because if it was, when I played this the first time, again, I was playing on such a low computer spec that I wasn't able to hear people talking and stuff like that.
Wouldn't you like to get one of
Curse, what's going on?
Samples under the microscope?
I also don't know, like, why we're bothering to kill this thing. If it's happy in the water, it's happy in the water. I don't see the point in me going down there to kill it with a tranquilizer gun that we don't know. Like, we're not sure if the tranquilizer gun works. Ah, almost fell off. Like, why not just leave it alone? Unless, like, I need to go into the water to proceed or something. The other thing, if I recall correctly, that thing was already dead. How are you doing, though, Curse? You just made affiliate? Good job. Thank you for coming and telling me initially, like, immediately. Who else have you come into channels to tell immediately? Yeah, Future, you choose someone to shoot in the face. You just pretty much execute them on the spot, Future. I also have no idea what Major said. You should play something because my chat is being blocked now. First, did you enjoy Black Mesa? And how does it hold up to the original Half-Life in your mind? So yeah, I think in the original game, this not only had a different way that you, like, kind of deal with this thing, because I thought you could avoid it altogether, except there were some parts where you had to jump in, and jump over a fence or something, and you had to hope that one of those things didn't come after you. The other part I'm a little perplexed about is I remember there being like this huge platforming thing to get up here, so you could actually skip the crossbow if you weren't paying attention to it, and end up somewhere else completely. Or not somewhere else completely, but you end up in the part of the water that you need to be in. I also don't think this shark cage helps you. Like, we're swinging around, and I think we're gonna fall. Yeah, like this. How does he know who I am? We work in different departments. That hurt. And the cage... Hey, the cage actually kept me safe. I just had to do this before I run out of oxygen. Alright, that's one shot. Whoa. Yeah, I think in the original game, the cage, like, just breaks immediately, and you're not able to use it. I can't tell if he's dead or if he's just floating. Also, the graphics are so cool that looking underwater is incredibly, like, hard to do. It's definitely not something I want to do more of. Not at all, if I can help it. Also, I just glitched or something, and I got dumped straight to the bottom, and I don't like that at all. Can you guys see okay? Because I have trouble seeing anything, and I feel like every time we play this game, I cannot get the brightness right. Dino Crisis. I just learned about it. I'm not sure if I want to buy it. Dino Crisis is a great series, dude. Plus, once you get to Dino Crisis 2, I think, there are crossover jokes that have to do with Resident Evil 3. But yeah, I love the Dino Crisis series. Also, I thought, like, by getting over there via that thing, I would actually go somewhere, but it seems we need to go this way. Which, if I recall correctly, going this way, we still have roaches crawling on the walls. But going this way is where I remembered finding worms the most. I think they just took the worms straight up out of Black Mesa. I don't think there are any worms. I think that's the game, then your computer. Yeah, but I should still be able to see something. I'm like straining my eyes here. And again, I feel like we keep having to like mess with this every time we play. And I'm like, I get it, ambiance, but the way it works right now, like, oh, chill. Maybe if I turn reflections down a little bit, the light will come back. Because turning up brightness is like... Brightness is now maxed out. Maybe if we turn down some shadow quality, it would be better? Or turn up the light quality? I don't even know. Like, I don't want to do this at the display level and have it not affect you guys. I want to be able to see. I want you guys to be able to see how I see it. But for right now, I think it's just going to be dark. I'm just going to have to deal with it. Because I get that it's supposed to be dark in here. I understand that. Also, going down there literally did nothing for me. I ended up right back where I was. What was the point of that? Wait a minute, if that's not the way I came in, then... Wait, now I'm confused. Did I come in the other way, and that way is actually where I'm supposed to go? Turn it all the way up. It's all the way up, future. No. It doesn't matter which way you come in, because you're going both ways. Alright, I killed the thing. Maybe the scientists will tell me what to do now. Because I don't know why I did that, honestly. Dude, I did it.
For a minute there, I thought you were done for.
Me too.
Now with that beast killed, you can continue forward.
Wait a minute, what? What did killing him have to do with me going forward? Are you gonna do something for me?
Once the flooded portion of the facility, you will practically be upon the Lambda Lab's doorstep.
This was certainly not in the first game. I ever thought about playing Dead Space? We played the entire Dead Space on stream. Like last year. You don't remember? Okay. I must have missed something down here. Or maybe I was just avoiding it because... like, it's so dark, I couldn't see anything, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to stay down here in the dark. Like, being underwater is already scary enough on its own. Being in the dark is kind of scary on its own. Being underwater in the dark is ridiculously scary. Also, I'm seeing some of the repeated geometry that we've seen before in rooms, which is a good thing because... oh, I'm out of air. It's not a good thing that I'm out of air, but it's a good thing because, like, yeah, you go to a flooded portion of somewhere, it should look the same as other things. Last year wasn't real, it says there. Why's that guy look like a Bald Peter Parker? I don't know. Which Peter Parker are you used to? Also, really, there's just another tranquilizer crossbow just sitting out here. Well, I'm gonna use up as much of it as I can because these darts are like one-hit kills for a lot of smaller enemies. And they're giving me the ammo, so I might as well. Ah, this is the door to the other side, so we can get there if we need to. Like, we can go back. You ever think about watching Golden Kamuy? I literally rewatched it a month ago, and I did all 24 episodes in the span of like 3 days. So I was just like, I was listening to music, and I listened to some of the music from GK. Oh, what the fuck? I got attacked by the door? Are you kidding? And I was enjoying the music so much, I was like, I should just rewatch the show. I thought I could squeeze by it, but I couldn't. That one I could. Being in the ocean in the dark is scary, and you only went waist, dude. Oh yeah. Dude, even just being in a lake. Being anywhere in the water where the light is not reflected in the water and it's dark is scary. It's just how it goes. Oh my goodness. How are you guys so resilient? See, and now he's retreating, which is good. I like that show of AI. Should have stayed away though, my dude. Also, did he walk past this barnacle without being eaten? He did. How smart. I can't side-strafe by barnacles without being almost eaten. I wonder if they get caught with barnacles, if they just shock the barnacle to get it to drop them. Ah, I see, Future. I see. I did not realize that Tobey Maguire was your first Spider-Man, or your ideal Spider-Man. I think my ideal Spider-Man is the... Ooh! Is like Square Jaw Spider-Man from the animated series. I thought I was going to make that jump for a moment. This looks like the way back up should we get stuck in the water, because something's probably going to break. Oh! Which is why we're running. Oh! You shot me in the back, bro! That's why you had to get darted. There's something making an ominous noise over here. There's also a huge chunk of floor and ceiling missing that is now right here. It is very good, and that's why I'm not rewatching it right now, because I've been rewatching it too many times. I think if I recall correctly, I don't know if you're actually supposed to do this, but I tried to jump through the hole in the original game, and I don't know if you were supposed to and if you made it through that way or not. I also knew you could jump this way, but you had a chance of getting electrocuted, and I thought there was a way to turn that off, but I'm really not sure. Let's try to jump through the electrical side first. It hurts a lot. But we could try to jump through this hole, that if we missed, we'd end up on that side, where there are not friendly things. So let's stick to this side where it's safe. And maybe find something to help replenish the health that we lost, yeah? And hope that there aren't any big fish in the water or anything like that. Since there's more ominous music playing. Also, are you kidding me? They hit me with a fake ladder? G-Man! I can't shoot. Oh, I had to wait for this to reload. Which it wouldn't do while I was aiming, I guess? I don't know. I think it was just glitched. I believe it, Future. I believe it. Plus, you know, he is a scientist after all, Parker is, right? So he does a little growing up, he gets a little bald, he like forgets how to be Spider-Man. It could happen. Alright, the generator starts, you get this puzzle. And this puzzle, I think, is like 1-for-1 from the original game. Well, you know, it didn't look as good, but still. Barnacle this way. Ah, come on. I just want to see if I can find some ammo or something. I guess this is where I was trying to get to before I got shot. And there's more ammunition in here. Guess we'll keep using the crossbow because there is a ton of ammunition for it. Maybe the idea is that they give you a ton of that ammunition, thinking that, okay, either they're trying to encourage you to use it, because it's something new, Or just that, like, hey, they could be out of ammo for a lot of things right now, so since we're giving them a new weapon, let's try to get them right there. Why does the crossbow need a mag? You shouldn't be asking, why does it need a mag? You should be asking, how does a crossbow use a magazine, and how can I get one? Because it's honestly really dope. It's one of those things that only really works in artwork. Because if you think about the way the spring is set, it's like, how would you make one feed and then hold in place without it, like, keep going up? Because it doesn't have anything to stop it without it catching onto the bolt, which would hurt the bolt from being able to go forward by the string, right? But the fact that it does have a magazine is pretty cool. So it's not why does it need it, it's how does it use it, and how can I make that work in real life, because that's so cool. Man, what, like, I'm thinking, I don't remember, but I'm thinking of some sort of television program or cartoon or movie where there were people that legit had, like, they had crossbows with some very, very hefty magazines in them. Like, the crossbows would fire silently and you would get like 50 rounds out of one. But I can't remember what TV show it was, or if it was a cartoon or an anime or what. But it was pretty dope. You can use the pistol in the water. Can you do that in this? Yeah, you can use the pistol underwater. I think the crossbow and grenades are basically the only weapons you can use underwater. Okay, this is the part of the game where they start teleporting dudes in behind me and stuff like that. Which means we're coming up on a part of the... Oh, no. I'm thinking of some of the sequences and... See, again, some of the level design and the cool things that were going on happen in Opposing Force and happen in Blue Shift. And I keep thinking that they happen in this game, but they don't. Also, I swear I hear something like kind of talking, but I don't know what. I remember seeing a bad movie called Van Helsing. It had a burst fire crossbow. Oh yeah! That's not what I was thinking of, but that is a good example. And I like that version of Van Helsing. I like it more than the cartoon versions. Or anything Marvel's come up with. Whoa, I dodged that dude's lightning by jumping over it. I didn't know it was something you do. Not that time. That dude was coming to engage in hand-to-hand combat. Now his buddy's running away now that two of his buddies have been killed. Now he's dead. Scientist! What's up? Oh, he's just gonna let me in. Wait, I haven't cleared the area yet. What if it's still dangerous? Oh, thanks. Need that.
Gordon Freeman, it is you, isn't it?
Tis.
The science team has been tracking your progress with...
Oh, that reminded me, Major. You said it is what it is, and I was like, I like saying it is what it is. You know I like saying it. I like saying it so much, I learned it in 2 other languages. Esto es. Que será. But then the meme happened, and every time I say it is what it is, I feel stupid. Y'all ever do that? Like, you do something in your real life, you just enjoy it, but a meme ruins it for you.
Fortunately, so has the military.
Wait, the military has been tracking me.
Is full of tracking devices.
Ah, that's
Still,
how.
it's better than going naked in this place. It's cold in there, so you'll have to hurry. It could sap your suit power in a matter of moments. If you're bent on reaching the Lambda complex, then you'll want to keep to the older industrial areas where the security system is full of holes. It's
Sounds
worked
right.
for me, so far.
I do like that we're coming across different scientists that have survived one way or another. And this guy's actually holding himself like he's cold. And I'm gonna get cold in here, and I need you to move. There we go. So, we're gonna lose... we're gonna take damage, so we're gonna try to rush through this. That dude just looked at me, he was like, what's going on? Woo! Oh, it hurts! Alright, suit powers coming down. Did not think that was gonna be a head crab, thought it was gonna be something a little bit bigger. Okay, we're warm again. What about in Spanish? I said, que será? You heard me. Also, AJ, how are you doing? Happy birthday. Also, AJ. Some of you may think, oh, Twitch streamer buying subs for his own channel. That's so conceited. one, they don't have to spend the money. Two, I get like, what, half the money back, so I do still have to spend something on it. Three, I need them sub points, son, and I don't mind. I'll spend a little bit of money to get those sub points. I'm not gonna buy them all, though. Probably some sort of joke thing when the mods were back then. Alright, back when we tried to use mods and we're like, you know, mods make sense on certain kinds of channels with certain kinds of people. Not really over here. Not really at all. What do you have? What do you have, Future? What do you mean? Oh, timeouts? Let's see. You, on this channel, have had 11 timeouts. Way more than 3. Also, how is my game not displaying right now? Can you guys see the game? What happened to the game display? There it is. Sorry about that. Hello. I like how you see them like from long range. About some long range grenade pass. Also, I'm kind of missing having all that crossbow ammo. It was nice while it lasted. I guess it was never meant to last forever, huh? Stick with the MP5. Tried and true. Bad and blue. I gotta tell y'all, while I do love my widescreen, and I like the price I paid for it, because this monitor is now $150 more than what I paid for it. So I'm glad I got it when I did. Actually, no. It was $500 when I got it, but I paid $450. And now it's like $650, so it's $200 more than what I paid for it. And while it is nice, the more games I've been playing, the more I wish I had gotten something in the 240 Hz range. Even though I wouldn't be able to use that while streaming, I would be able to enjoy it for when I'm just playing games by myself. You have like 2 timeouts, you win. You do not have 2 timeouts. This says 11. You have 11 timeouts, Future. Guard, bro.
I got a message for you. Make sure you don't.
Oh no! Oh my gosh, it was the assassin. I completely forgot. Every time I play this game, I forget. Now, imagine if the assassins were moving like that, but they were doing so while you play the game at 2 frames and you didn't have any audio because you were playing on a laptop that had no audio. That's how I first played this game, so I just had random ninja people running around in my 2 frame per second world, and I didn't know why I was taking damage, and it was extra scary. But, yeah, that's in the original game, too. It's just, it wasn't like that. It was a little bit different than that. I don't remember the elevator part. I do remember walking in, this guy talked to me, and then suddenly he dies, and you don't see why. I don't think the spy, or the assassin, walked in behind him. I may be wrong. But I'm pretty sure he just died, and you heard the shot, but you didn't see who did it. And back then, I think in this game, I want to say the Black Ops AI was stronger than any other AI in the game. Or at least it was more interesting, the way that they fought you. How they would back off, they would do flips, they would run around. They would try to stay hidden from you and out of your line of sight. Yeah, like that. He just shot at me. Now he's running away. And they would do so from distances that you can't really see him either. Like that. Can't hide from a grenade though, can you, buddy? And they gave them this... They gave them this amazing playground to play with. Where they have all these spots they can ambush you and hide from you, and you can't directly see them all the time. It was really, really cool design. It's always great to get back to this part of the game. Because this is where they really showed off, like, hey, we can make this any kind of game we want to. And that's why I followed the legacy of Quake games. Because from Quake we got Half-Life, we didn't get Unreal, I don't think. But we got, from Half-Life we got Counter-Strike, from Half-Life we got Call of Duty, from Call of Duty we got Apex Legends. You know, we got all sorts of stuff that comes from this style of game, saying, hey, we can do a lot of things with a good engine, and we can do a lot of things with good physics and good features, and turn it into almost any game you want. And I love it. Because we did. Surface access, finally. Oh yeah, forgot the revolver's a thing. Freeman obviously learned guns in MIT. You think he learned to pilot a helicopter? Is that a reference to something? Or are you just saying because there's a helicopter here? Also, straight up, I want some fan art of, like, Freeman on the MIT pistol team or something like that. Alright, that looks like the door I opened there. I'm just trying to make sure there's no more assassins. Like, plotting to get my booty as soon as I turn around. That would not be ideal. I guess there was only the two. Did I just shoot him? I did. Wow, there's a lot of places to go back here. I guess they wanted to give you room if you got confused fighting the assassins. You have a lot of area to run to while you're fighting them. But I could have sworn there was more than these two from before. But they look a lot different than I remember. But we do have the female one. I think her waist is broken there, it looks like. I thought that was part of her armor, but it's definitely like her laying sideways and the polygon's not lining up. Oh, look at that! I don't think this was in the original game, but they added these little details on the back, which if you've ever played Portal, you'll notice are they're the things that keep Shell's legs from breaking. Like, they take all the pressure when she falls. Oh, you didn't see them, Future. Yeah, because they're ninjas, right? So yeah, they added this thing that Shell had from Portal to these people as assassins. I don't know if they're trying to say the assassins are, like, the Black Ops are linked with Aperture Science. I always thought the Black Ops were just, you know, military people. Because they make fun of the Marines all the time in the game. So, yeah, and that's cool. They give them, like, a high heel design and go with it because they're female. There is a male version of the assassin, but I'm not sure if they're actually in the games or not. I've seen the concept art of them, though. So the Black Ops dudes have these little foot high heel things, and maybe Aperture actually did sell that project to the military, and they were just trying to do more of a in-universe thing. I thought you shot the guy and was trying to use ninjas as an excuse. No. Oh, you mean when I shot the scientist? No, no, no. The scientist, you can see it on the playback. The scientist got shot and the ninja was behind him and ran away. But if you play the original game, I'm pretty sure not the scientist, the guard. I'm pretty sure the guard just gets shot and you don't see who does it. Oh! I forgot. I saw the health and stuff and I was like, yes. I forgot. This is the part where they ambush you. And it's just the regular dude. It's not even the Black Ops. Just the regular Marines. Or, well, the HECU Marines, but still.
Jesus, this guy's heavy.
Yes, they are, Phobos. Yes, they are. Phobos, what happened to your sub badge? I know it didn't expire in the course of an hour.
What the hell for? We got him. Why not just kill him now? And if they find the body? Hey. What body?
See, this conversation I found believable and interesting. Way more than that other one about the scientists don't even fight back, dude. That one was like, this one was fun. And it was in the original game. Good job, Gaben. Everyone say good job to Gabe. He's lesser known. He's a lesser known game developer. He needs more recognition. There it is. It wasn't there on the other one. Now it's there, Phobos. What'd you do? Turn it off and turn it back on because I said something? Also, holy Star Wars, man. I forgot about the trash compactor. Which, again, if you played on this like as a kid that like I did, you may have not noticed you were in a trash compactor. You just saw random polygons moving around and textures being shaded. You didn't really understand what was happening. So, they take all your weapons, you're down a little bit of health and shield because you got beat up. And we should have used more ammo and stuff on the way. There's really no reason. There's no reason to save ammo. Also, I fell back in the middle here and this just opened back up, so I'm thinking that I could have stayed in there and not been hurt at all. Alright, so let's get over to this side. Climb up the ladder, see if we can get up out of here. It's weird though, I would have thought that the HECU Marines would have stuck around to see Freeman get squished. I think that's what I would have done. Maybe they had to be somewhere. You turned it off, didn't you, Phobos? I knew it. You were ashamed. Fine, I'll never gift you a sub again. In my own channel, where it's basically costing me money to pay myself. I need them sub points, son. I'm desperate. Whoa, what? Oh, okay. So, I don't know how this is gonna work here. In the original game, there's like a grate, and you can't get past the grate unless you have your crowbar. Also, what up with these guys? Who killed y'all? But in this game, you pick up the crowbar, and you come over to a switch. In the original, like, you crawl up a ladder or something, and on one of those ledges is a crowbar, which is part of the trash, and you have to pick it up in order to get out. At least that's the way I remember it. I could be wrong. But I do like this because it gives me the Quake vibes, where it's like, you know, you start over again with all your, like, you don't have everything immediately, but you kind of have to figure it out, and it's not going to be the same acquisition process because they're not going to be in the same order, stuff like that. The only game I haven't liked that in, and I don't remember what game it was a game that changed the order of the weapons in your inventory stack with how you pick them up. Because if you were playing the game after you lost a bunch of weapons and then you picked them up in a different order than you had them, as you would scroll through them, they would be not in the same order you would learn them, and not the same hotkeys either. And you couldn't change the hotkeys. That's what it was. It was BaaaAaaack. Thank you, folks. It was BaaaAaaack 1. I hated that. I hated that. You would learn a way like weapons would be, and then it would suddenly change. You'd be like, no, this isn't how that works. Ugh. Man, are you trying to tell me that in Black Mesa they crush their garbage down to a super small size and then they just dump it out here? Also, what the hell is this? What is that? Is that just wet wall? Like, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Look, I'm not saying Black Mesa deserved it, but they were littering into a landfill. Did they do that in Dishonored too? You can change the way stuff comes out though in Dishonored, can't you? In BaaaAaaack 1, I couldn't change anything. Wrench and revolver switch slots during the boss in the freezer. Yeah. And it was just like, yo, I just spent all this time in the game learning where my hotkeys were. Thanks for messing that up for me. And again, it's nothing. If they make something like that, and they're like, yo, you can change it whenever you want, it's nothing. But if it's permanent, and you can't change anything about it, it's terrible. Thank you, Future, for gifting us up. Trying to get the points, Future. I'm sure Rico would appreciate that. Trying to get them points, Future. You know your priorities. When you have a radial wheel, you can set things to number keys, and you rarely lose your gear. You have to rebind. When you rarely use your gear, you have to rebind. But see, that's what I mean. You can at least set it up in Dishonored. In BaaaAaaack, you couldn't do anything about it. And I was like, why? Why are things changing? Okay, so this puzzle doesn't look like the same puzzle from the first game. I could be wrong, but right now it looks like not that puzzle. Also, this guy's leg made it up here, and he had a health pack, but he couldn't use it, because it was just his leg that was left. The next time we see a health pack, and Gordon doesn't eat it immediately, remind me to zoom in on it, so we can actually see some of the details on it. I want to see what it looks like. Oh, what? Okay, there we go. Yeah, this doesn't remind me of the original game at all. In the original, this valve is on the outside of the tank. So if you run in here and you don't actually turn it, you'll get in here and there's like a block on top of the water and you won't be able to go anywhere because you'll be stuck up there. So you have to remember, like, oh, I need to go out and figure out how to drop the water. And once you drop the water down, you have to come down here and actually open this up. So that makes me wonder, why would they... I mean, frogs can do it, Future. Why not a head crab? Also, Future, just wanted to make sure you knew. I appreciate you. Yeah, why would they change this puzzle, like, to have this on the inside? It's more convenient and streamlined, but if it's more convenient and streamlined and you just go straight through it, what's the point of having, you know, a puzzle or something to solve? I don't really... That's kind of weird. Whatever. I'm not gonna sweat it too much. Tim, were you around when I got the capture card to work? So cool, right? What are we gonna capture, guys? I don't know what to do now. We need to find other things with HDMI output on them and capture them, not just other computers. But the first thing we're gonna capture is that computer when we put it together, which I'm glad it works. It's gonna be really nice. And it captures sound. Oh no! Run, security guard, dude! Run! Okay, he might live. He might make it, but I don't have a gun. Yo, I'll come help you. Where do you go? Ah shit, he ran into something, didn't he? Yep, and there's a thing on fire. Oh, I'm getting beat up by head crabs. Okay, so I had a friend. My friend didn't make it, but I know there's a good chance that my friend was holding a gun. So maybe I can go get his gun. Capture cards are sick if you actually have a use for it. Indeed. It's taking up a slot in my computer, so I don't feel bad when I look at that empty space. That's the real use of it. Which is kind of funny, because what I realized while I was installing it, I'm joking about the whole taking up space thing, but that is how some people think. But what I realized while installing it was that if I was the type of person that cared about taking up space, because of the nature of my NVMe, get to the flashlight. Because of the nature of my NVMe, back there, I can't install it in the small slot right there. I had to move it down. Meaning, I don't know what you're supposed to do with that one right there, because I'm like, I don't think I have anything that would fit in the middle there with this backed up there. So either it's that heat sink or that's just in a bad place. I think it's the heat sink on this NVMe, which, you know, it's not really a heat sink, it's a heat spreader. A lot of people don't know that. Like, fans on memory like that are supposed to be a certain, like, heat. They like being hot to a certain degree to work. They don't need to be cooled down. They're not gonna overheat from normal use unless you're cooking them for some reason. So like the thing on the top is to spread the heat between things and keep it off of the controller, because it's the controller that you don't want to get hot. The NANDs can get hot fine, so you don't heat sink air away from them. You spread heat between them and make sure it's the same. Which is also funny because I read a review of one that was like, oh yeah, they have this heat sink, but it doesn't touch the controller, and I don't like that because it needs to take this away from the controller. It's like, well, it's not really a sink, it's a spreader, and they don't have it on the controller because they don't want it to spread heat to the controller. They want to keep it on the NANDs and then have it like kind of regulate itself outwards. And I thought that was pretty funny. Like when you get that information, you're like, oh, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. And maybe I'm wrong, and I don't know what I'm talking about, and right now someone's laughing about me not knowing what I'm talking about. Fill it with water? If only we had water, future. Speaking of delicious water. Alright. Oh! Okay, so we know there's a head crab zombie here. It burned to death, which is lucky that we weren't in here when it happened. I'm also going to see if I can light this on fire and have it explode while I'm not in the room, because that would have been a cool way to kill him. Woo! That was pretty dope. The thing is, I have no idea what happened to that guard. He may have run in here. It may have been scripted, because this isn't him. This guy was already a head crab zombie. The guard must have been eaten by this barnacle or something. But we do have a gun again, so that's good. I kind of want to hit that valve, I just don't want to set myself on fire. Uh-oh. Okay. That was lucky. Alright, we turned that off, so hopefully some things won't be on fire now. Ah, shit. But see, I like this because now we don't have all that ammo in the world anymore, and we have to be conservative with our shots. As I just placed a bunch of shots on that. We came out of that vent, right? Maybe. We could go back up there, but there's no real reason to. No, wait, how did we get here? I don't remember how we got here, to be honest. Let's just go upstairs and make sure. Yeah, we came out of this vent, and there's nowhere to go over here, and that's why we dropped down. And we came over there. Which means we could have gone into that vent. We still could. Yeah, let's go into that vent. We came in from over there. No. Where did we come in from? Because I remember looking down and seeing the scientist over there, or the guard over there. Yeah, we came in through this pipe here. Okay, so this vent is still accessible to us. I just wish I had all my retro games and stuff so I could really use the capture card. But we'll still be able to use it for every single thing we do PC build-wise. When it comes to getting things to post, everyone can see the post together. Instead of only experiencing the post like through a camera or something. So that'd be pretty cool. At least I think it's cool in a nerdy way. Also, I bet we just dropped down into an area that we would have gotten to anyways. No, we didn't. Maybe I should go back there and look for that guard then. Confined space. Permit required. Do not enter. Well, it's too late because I already dropped down here, so I guess I got nowhere else to go. What was some Final Destination stuff, Future?
Power 60%.
So this guy didn't make it, but he's not the guard I was looking for. I don't know what happened to that guard. Permit? Q, you got a Glock, right? That's all the permit I need. Phobos knows. Oh my gosh. Phobos knows what's up. Okay, so you can like barely touch the radioactiveness, and it's okay. Like, you're fine. You just don't want to get like fully immersed in it, I guess. Alright, we're good. Water filtration. No wonder everything's green. It's unfiltered water. Ah, there you are. I remember you. I remember you in this game. And I remember them replicating you in Half-Life 2. Where you walk out in Nova Prospect and there is a head crab hiding underneath something that you can barely see. And you have to walk out in front of them to get to him. Oh no! And then of course the pipe breaks, so I end up with you anyways. Lovely. Amazing. Okay, anyways, water filtration stuff. We made it here, so we have to keep going this way. Don't know if I can jump that. Can. Sweet. And we're still going into dark areas, and we only have so much pistol ammunition on us. So we kind of have to be careful. Wait, I was going over this way? Oh, this isn't in the same room. Okay. I was confused for a moment. Hello. That bull squid is hungry. And I don't think I can get in there with him anyway, so we just have to watch him feed. Also, how the hell did he get in there? The door is locked. There's a... Oh, are you kidding? There's a, like, bookshelf blocking the door. Are you telling me that scientist was hiding in there and the portal dropped a bull squid in there? Like, just super unlucky. This guy had a decent hiding spot. And then a bull squid got, like, trapped in there with him. And ate him. He had a soda and everything. He could have survived here until help came. When that propane tank was rolling into the fire. Oh, Final Destination stuff like that. Yeah. I came in, I kicked it. I was like turning off the gas. It like, turned off. Just, as it like started getting heated up, it turned off. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, speedrun stress, bait. Oh no. God darn it. Whatever. We can get this health at least. See, I think the health pack has the same stuff on it. Only, you know, it's in a portable thing, but I think it has the same juicy stuff on it. The only thing I don't get is this whole accept decline with the numbers thing. Like, you need health now. What are they asking for? Your ATM card here? Like, are you supposed to pay for it? 'Cause I'm not paying for it. I'd rather die than pay the man for his health care. Too much corporate greed. Come on, physics. So the reason I keep falling off of things is I'll jump and on my uptake, I will hit something like a wall or a corner, and that will cause me to go out to the right or left before I hit the point where, oh, you're in air, so your movement is a little bit more static. Also, should I have been like quick saving this whole time? I'm pretty sure if I fall in the green stuff, I don't know if I can come back out. Man, the game is so much simpler when it's just you, a pistol, and a crowbar. Again, simpler times, simpler times. Hey, it's Linux Soda? Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. Wait. What's the name of this? Is this the name of a distro? No, it's just Linux Cola. Open sauce. Open sauce instead of open source. It's like a Matrix logo thing going on, except with yellow text. 100% open sauce? Linux Cola. And it's got the little penguin dude on it, too. Alright, Tux. I'll see you later. Pretty sure Tux is his actual name and not something that people like me just made up. Alright, that's okay. We'll jump into the trash to break our fall. Oh! Good thing we're wearing a suit. What's up, Rika? That has nothing to do with this game. Oh wait, because we picked up that can. You're right. Gosh darn it, Rika. No. How you doing, Rika? How dare you make a... How dare you make a... How dare you make a joke that goes beyond games and into mods from a sequel? I don't know where those goods are going, but I'm gonna do my part here at the Black Mesa conveyor belt line. I'm doing my job. Are you? When's the last time any of you did as good of a job as this? Seriously, what is this room? Is this like a sorting facility? Because all it would do is bring boxes up and then, what, push them down here where the garbage is? Like, so it's just product in, garbage out? Better be an achievement for this, by the way. Otherwise, I'm literally doing it for no reason. Also, Rika, did you get a chance to say thank you to Future? Future did something nice for you. But really, he was doing it for me, but it was for you too. I hope I don't come up there and there's like a pile of garbage that I can't get past because I've been doing this for so long. Alright, we can do this. Let's box and trash and toilet paper. Trash. More trash. I think that's everything, guys. Unless I can push these metal boxes, which I cannot. Toilet paper is scarce these days. It is not. Is it for y'all? I have not had scarceness of toilet paper. Not even when it was scarce, but I also buy more than 2 rolls of toilet paper for my house at a time. Okay, I think we're good here. Ah, yes, the Iggy emote, the best emote. I was right, there is a pile of trash here that is now blocking my way. But you know what else? If there was a hole here, which I think there is, this pile of trash is keeping me from falling in it. Oh, okay, we're good. We're still good. So yeah, I think that goes down. And I think we avoided falling because of that. That, or there's nothing there. And this just goes to the incinerator or something, and this is all part of their, like, convoluted trash plan that goes into water to have it blended up or something. There's something weird going on here. I remember this. I remember part of this. And there's a built-in phone, but no phone to go on your phone. I do think that's kind of cool, though, is that they have a phone to control, or to talk to the guy that's controlling and overseeing this stuff. Not anymore? What? Not any more stuff falling down there? Yeah. We gotta get them sub points, son! Uh-oh. So, won't get the Valve Index payment form until 4 weeks? What do you mean, like another 4 weeks? Or 4 weeks on top of whatever they told you? Because 4 weeks, that'll go like that. That's nothing. Now, if it was supposed to be now, and they told you it's gonna be 4 more weeks, then yeah, that sucks. Oh yeah, this is the, like, waste control place. Still though, that's not bad. Also, I know it's too late now, but had you considered buying something else to play Half-Life Alyx on, and then once your index got in, selling that, and just keeping your index? Because I know for me, I'm just gonna wait for the index, because I'm gonna buy it, or, you know, apply to buy it, and then not. I'm just gonna not think about it while I wait for it, now that you explained that to me. But yeah, dude, it's just Half-Life, Alex. Nothing to be sad about. Is it me, or in the first game, was this more of a death trap? Like, there was some blades or something you could end up in. I guess we're not done with it yet, so that still could happen. Yeah, it looks like... Is this the end of the line, or like... No, there's someplace else to go. Wait, you can buy the Valve Index with controller and then 2 base stations. They're back in stock, and you can get it next week. Really? Well, why are you waiting so long for it, then? Because I know I have the computer to do it. What if I wanted to play Half-Life Alex right now? You're telling me I could buy it? And not have to wait, too? I don't understand why I wouldn't have to wait, but you have to wait. Because you have to pay import fees on everything. Oh! So, that whole buying process that you talked about, does that apply to me at all? Did that ever apply to me, or did that only apply to you? Ah, come on! I'm trying to go down so I can go underneath this thing. Hopefully, and not get squished. Because it's dark and I can't see a damn thing. Alright, made it out. Where are the enemies? You know they're here. It applies to everyone? I'm so confused, Rico. I still don't understand why... I don't really get it. If you live outside, you must pay import. Right, but why does that add more time onto it? If I can get it next week, why did you have to wait for so long? 19 weeks. This whole level is annoying. I don't mind it. It's just kind of dark in this. Because it's a full kit. Oh, so what is a full kit compared to controller and 2 base stations? What comes with a full kit that's not with the other kit? Because I don't know that. Hello! Thank you, somebody who left an MP5 and explosives and health and stuff here. Also, we get a chance to look at this, and while they didn't keep the green goop hold upright during use, they didn't keep the green stuff, they did keep the directional pad and the numbers. To the Black Mesa Emergency Medical Assistance Device. Welcome to the Black Mesa Emergency Medical Assistance Device. Operating system by Xenoware and Intellitech Division. Press start to begin. Unfortunately, this still doesn't. I still don't know how this works. This does say HEV on it. For non-HEV IV, grip access, lift up tab here. Okay. So this is designed to work with people that use the HEV suit, but it's also defined... Yeah, excuse me. It's also designed to just kind of work for anybody with an IV drip. Cool. I was wondering about that, whether it was a suit that enabled the use of those, or... No, because everyone can use it, because Barney used it, remember? Barney, our favorite guy from the Half-Life series. Isn't that right, Iceman? Also, I'm pretty sure that I did all that, and I just ended up back at the bottom where I started. Well then, guess we gotta go back over through the turbine again. It's the same thing, but it's a couple dollars more. What? They're having trouble assembling it. Hold on. You had to wait 19 weeks. You got a full kit. People that get it in a week. It's the same thing, but it costs more. Wait, which one costs more, and which one is the full kit? Is what I'm trying to understand. I feel like I'm not being explained this correctly, or succinctly, really. Okay, so we go this way again. We don't get burned again this time. We have weapons and stuff that we didn't have before. We go through this. This time we don't take the detour. We just go this way. Hello, Ali. Porashami? Ali Porashami? How are you doing? I don't have my PC listed like that, but if you want to see the specs, you can go down... Oh my gosh, I'm gonna run out of air. You can go down to the tabs, and it'll take you to my parts picker list, where I assemble this. But I don't have a command for it like that. And if you have trouble finding that, AJ is a wonderful volunteer, and he'll help you out. The full Valve Index suit is just a HEV suit. Now that would be worth 19 weeks of wait. Whoa, hold up, hold up. Oh, never mind. That's a console. I thought that was a person. Now, if I recall correctly, there is a bull squid hiding somewhere here. You're buying the parts separately. It comes to more. If you buy the full kit, you save on packaging. But which one did you buy? You bought the kit, but it's taken longer, and it's cheaper that way. But you're telling me I could buy everything separately and get it faster, but I pay a little bit more. Okay, I get it. That being said, why do I need 2 base stations? Is it just 1 base station for 2 controls? Or do I need 2 base stations for 2 controls? Also, if I want to hang that thing on a wall, do I have to buy more stuff? Or should I just buy the controllers and buy wall hanging base stations? Thank you, AJ. I'm sure Ali, or Alipur, is very happy about that. You're a very helpful person, AJ. That's why we love you around here. I'll never stop being adequate. Oh, no, 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 this is the wrong way to go. This is where the trash guns up. I just relieved the safety thing that, like, keeps you from dying. What if I... Oh, oh, wait. This is way less dangerous than the original game. Iceman, this sucks compared to the original. Everything's so streamlined and easy. Oh, but there are more bull squids. The 2 base stations are always needed to track your location of the VR controllers. Oh, that's how that works, huh? I see, I see. Also, we killed 1 bull squid, and the other bull squid doesn't even care. That's unfortunate. So, it's... Hold on. What are the 3 packages? It's... Crap, I forgot it. You get the index with controller and 2 base stations. So the index itself is what goes on your head. There's the base stations, and then there's the controllers. Okay. Does that thing come with its own headphones, or can I use my own headphones with it? Because I know there are some out there that's like, yeah, you can replace it with better headphones if you want. Comes with amazing headphones? I don't know about that. I'm really particular about what I put in my ears. Gordon does not have the most legendary balance. Apparently not. But you remember that, Iceman, right? You remember the original game being way more precarious when it came to navigating those obstacles. I'm not just imagining that, right? And I'm also not going on one of those, hardcore, old school gaming is better because it was harder. I'm just saying, there was actually like some really kind of dastardly stunts you had to pull off to get back here. And it seems kind of easy right now. Except, you know, not going where to go at the moment. Oh, I know what to do. Spend some time, I can't remember if you're being honest. That's why you have to go and get old, Iceman. Start forgetting things. Are you kidding me? This this health pack is like closed for business. And this charger's empty, so somebody already came through here. Probably Adrian, probably. Alright, I think I turned that thing off, didn't I? Yeah. Ouch!
Minor fracture detected.
So we can roll past this, though, and back into the darkness. You can use your own headset, too. Okay, that's good to know. So, what's the total cost if I go get the parts for an index? And then what's the cost to pay for a full kit? How much money are we talking about saving? Because if it's literally a couple of bucks, then, I'd rather wait and save up. Rob someone that owns an index. That's also an option. But if you're actually saving like a few hundred, then yeah, I would absolutely wait the 19 weeks or however long. Oh! Okay, I won't lie. I had a dumb moment though. In my mind, I was like, oh, you get squished on the bottom, so you stay on the top and you're fine. Not thinking like, yeah, the top you can get squished too. So I just kind of went on there. I didn't keep moving forward, I just chilled on top. I didn't really try to go anywhere. Oh, but this, whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, that time I was trying. I don't know what happened to that one. Maybe I just wasn't as fast as I thought. Wait a minute. And that's also a good point too, Tim. Waiting for people to do better stuff is always nice as well. Especially now that I know that whole thing about them, like, they wanted the index to be able... No, what am I thinking? They wanted other games... They wanted BlaaaAallack to be able to do things that it can't, but they were trying to make it to where it was friendly for all consoles, or all VR. So they didn't let BlaaaAallack be as extensive as they want it to be control-wise. So things like that make me wonder if the second iteration of the index will have something that the first iteration does not. Do you think it will, or do you think anything has anything been announced like that? Geico level savings, so what, like 15 bucks? Or like 1,500 bucks? Also, yeah, how the hell do I get past this if it's so sensitive? Okay, we're good. No! Not good. I thought those were gonna open up at the same rate, allowing you to just like push past them. It was not true. But you can push against them like this and just duck in like as soon as they let up. Also, I don't know when we started the industrial age, like Rockefeller music, but I'm not hating it. Great time to bring in that track. I can feel like the soul of Trent Reznor. I got a little bit of Mark O'Donnell Halo composing as well. Full kit is such a separate kit. Yeah, about a week. That's 50 bucks of savings, so I could save 50 bucks and wait however long it takes. It just perplexes me that you can buy all the parts and the full kits are still taking so long. Like, assembly is not that hard. I mean, by comparison, in the rifle world, oftentimes there would be a certain rifle that you couldn't buy, and you couldn't buy the parts either. It does make me want to replay the original though, Iceman, because I can't remember which music was in the original game or not, aside from some of the music that takes place during one of the fights, and I hated the music in that. Or rather, I didn't hate it, I just felt like it was mixed terribly, and I think it was just the geeks that put music in their video games. And they were like, yo, listen to this hot track, son, and like it wasn't balanced at all. Because I'm pretty sure I have the music at like 30% or something in order to be balanced with this. It reminds me of, remember when Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer and them were all like dancing on stage because of some Microsoft products that came out? It reminds me of that. I feel like that's the same kind of mind that went into selecting the music for this game. Or rather, selecting the volume of the music for this game. I also have no idea why I did this. I don't know what the purpose of this is. Yeah, I don't get it. But yeah, paying $50 more to not have to wait, I get that. I'm just saying, I still don't understand why people have to wait. It creates a bridge? A bridge to where? Where are we going that we couldn't go? Unless these are gonna open, then maybe. And before Iceman's like, I didn't say it was a good bridge, so it was a bridge. Am I misunderstanding how we got in here? Because there's nothing down there except for the couple of head crabs I killed. If I take the bridge, we end up like this. Are there some doors or something that need to be open? I'm pretty sure we got here by dropping down on some pipes. Push this all the way to one side, nothing happens. Push this all the way to the other side. Nothing happens. No door to go here. What about the green button next to the door? What green button next to the door? Crouch jump. Oh. Good job, Rika. Rika, you get to sleep inside tonight. That was amazing. Ah!
Major fracture detected. Automatic medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
Nope. I told Tim he had to live with it in Dishonored, so now I gotta live with it in this. Tim was doing all hella safe scumming. Him in Dishonored. I was like, hell no, you live with it, dude. Also, where's this trash coming from? Who is still disposing of trash? Is there... Oh, are there parts of Black Mesa that didn't get alarms and didn't get attacked, and there are dudes just sitting there doing their jobs and having lunch and stuff? And they're like, man, they're really taking a long time to reply to those emails from anomalous materials. Like, what's going on? Because it's a big place, right? So, like, are there parts of Black Mesa that have no idea what's happening right now? That would be great. I want a mini-series about that. Like, the rest of Black Mesa, this is happening. But there's a part of Black Mesa they just don't... They're oblivious to the situation. The elusive man. Tim? Ah! Pretty sure if Gordon could talk, y'all would hear him scream out in pain like every 2 seconds that I'm playing him. 40%.
Power 55%.
55%, y'all. Also, I'm curious. Nah, I can't blow that open. But if I let this go as far as it will go, how far will it go? That's the floor. That is the floor for that thing. So, fall down here, come through here, I go that way, and then pop over that way. If we go over here, there should be another grinder. All this stuff just to take care of trash. I mean, this is a big place. They could definitely afford an incinerator, right? And this all eventually does go to incineration, but why not, like, skip all the BS? Just burn it all, for real. I mean, come on, they might not show it on TV, but you know NASA, like, every time they test, like, a rocket burn, they better be, like, putting a bunch of trash and stuff down there. They're like, yeah, we don't need... Oh, I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm good. They better be pushing a bunch of, like, trash and stuff that they don't need on the launch pad. Like, yeah, let's get rid of this. You hit that hay hard, Tim. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you around next time. And I'm really glad that you're on the full commit for Dishonored, and I hope by the time you finish Dishonored 2, take a couple months off or a year off or something, and then go back and play Dishonored 1 again with a different mindset and take it into another Dishonored 2 run. I thought this guy was going to be alive, and he was like waiting for it to come tell me something when I came down here, but I guess he died to these head crabs. But he somehow died without getting a head crab attached to them. I'd like to believe that he killed them with his drill. But then he succumbed to his injuries afterwards. That's what I want to believe, but of course I have no proof otherwise. But that's kind of cool though. It's part of that whole visual, experiential storytelling thing. Whoops. But see, this round of progression is feeling a lot more natural. This is feeling like the first game again, versus some of the other stuff that I felt like, this feels like someone just remade Half-Life. And didn't really pay attention to the way things were laid out. Which is half and half in how things feel. Blue Shift and Opposing Force certainly felt the same way. Blue Shift being made... Wait, Blue Shift was made in-house, right? Opposing Force was definitely Gearbox, but I think Blue Shift was Valve. It's just they didn't take a long time with it. They were focused on those texture things. Which is why there wasn't much to it. You will never get that MP5. You still could. Why couldn't you, Rika? Anybody can have MP5. Or the old version of my mouse. Or, and I'm still debating this, but I'm really considering taking the guts out of my Alienware laptop, trying to fix the screen as best I can, putting in some cheaper SSDs, keeping the good SSDs for myself, and then listing it on there for channel points. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know who will want that. I feel like I should sell that for a good price to someone who can afford it, but can't afford a better computer. But at the same time, I feel like I shouldn't, because someone who wants a budget computer like that, they don't need a laptop that they have to take special care of, that they might die on them. What? Rika, I have the Canada Safe MP5. That isn't banned in Canada. It's the only one that you can have in Canada, because it used to belong to me. Don't worry, ask the Prime Minister. She'll tell you. Actually, is y'all's Prime Minister a woman or a man right now? I don't even know. But yeah, I don't know if I should put that computer on... I don't know if it's a smart idea to put it on the channel rewards or not. What do you guys think? Should I just sell it, or should I put it as like a ridiculously high, like channel point reward thing? Okay, that cleared the mind though, so we can do this. I mean, it's always up to me. I'm just wondering what y'all's input is. Because the other thing is, if I take all the worth out of it, the RAM and everything else, it's like maybe it's not even useful to somebody at that point. Also, I don't know why that was back there, because there's no point in me blowing that up. In the original game, I remembered that there were some things you could blow up and you could end up in some areas where you could get like some really nice loot. But I think I just wasted that grenade, because I only got 20 rounds in this. My Glock have any rounds? It does. Also, I have a revolver that I totally didn't know I had. You can make some money and that can go towards a Valve Index. This is true. Although the Valve Index isn't the biggest thing on my list. I'd like to get this thing all SSD'd out and then do something with all the hard drives I have in there. Although, Valve Index would be nice. The thing is like, I know I can play a VR game now. I don't know if I can stream one now. Also, I just went in a circle. I feel like we're going to be doing the conveyor belt boogie for quite some time. Maybe this time we can do it without getting burned? What do you guys think? Oh! Nope. Besides, I'm already giving away one PC this year. The other PC is a gift for my siblings, and then the third PC that we're building is going to be the server for this house. And there are a lot of firearm games on there. I don't know. Rika, you look at my specs. You tell me. You think I can stream VR as well as I can just play VR? I know I can play VR. I don't know if I can stream VR. Then again, if I can stream this game at like ultra max settings, I should be able to stream a VR game, right? Or am I like thinking the wrong way about it? Also, I definitely jumped where I wasn't supposed to be, so where am I supposed to be? Where can I go that I couldn't go before? It's not this way, because I just end up going around again. It's also the aspect of that ammunition there. Really? I saw your setup before. I thought you had way more stuff under the trunk. under the hood, under the truck, under the hood than I have. What do you have? This part is annoying. What? Getting lost? Getting lost isn't annoying. Well, I guess some people can be annoyed. What I should say is, even though I get annoyed with being lost, I don't mind being annoyed by getting lost because that's part of the challenge, and that's part of the fun of me is figuring out where to go after that. Oh, I see. That was the jump I was supposed to make, and since I fell down, I've been on the loop the entire time. I get it. Also, who the hell closed this door since I came through here? That's good to know, Rika. I'll definitely look into it. What is the screen and the pixel quality of the Index versus other VR headsets? Do you know? Because I've only started to read in a VR, and I actually don't know what I would want or what I would get if I had to choose between that, the Index, and other things. Huh. Did I go this way before? Whatever. Good thing we have Sprint. Also, I feel like I'm going in circles in a place that I don't need to go in circles in. But I'm also not sure, so we're just gonna keep following this. Valve Index is the best VR on the market. For what reasons, though? Like, what feature sets make it that way? Is it the screen quality? Is it the unique control system that they chose? Is it the integration? Okay, stop. You're not lost. You know exactly where you want to go. You just don't know where you are. I know where I am. Okay, so this time, when we go through... Wait, where am I going? Yeah, okay. Wait, I could've just went across. Okay. I got it. I got it. Got it. What's up, XTX? Guten Tag. In lo. Okay, we quick save. We save's coming. This time, we hit the little part that makes it easier. Oh, and then we do it again. Yeah. Pro gamer. Oh, cheer. Then we take the sprint jump. Killing it. Killing it. And then we do something even cooler. We don't just give up and take the easy road. Oh no! We jump and fall off and fall into the water. We don't just take the easy route. We jump off and take this hard mode route. What's going on, Aesthetics? How are you doing? Also, I can't tell if those were bits or if those were just an emote thing, but if those were bits, thanks for the bits, dude. I'll be sure to add those to the total of computer stuff going on. Later's ons. In fact, we might take a break and do that real quick here in a second. Yeah! See, this is the Half-Life I live for. How come they took that away in the water section and in the other places? Because I swore there was more to those. Or am I just misremembering and I thought the original was way more extensive than it was? You ain't lost if you got a place to go. Indeed. There's an HP Reverb 2 that is near the price of the Valve Index, but you lose the great controllers, tracking zones, and build quality. I see. One of the PS5 is going to have VR. Doesn't the PS4 has VR, so the PS5 would definitely have it. Besides, VR tech is like headsets and stuff. It's just the headset tech. The VR hardware capability is a separate standard, right? Which is why all the consoles should be able to drive VR. Especially since they're going to be so modular. Like, you'll be able to change out parts on a lot of the new consoles the same way you will a PC. Therefore, if we hit some VR spec that's like somehow not attainable by those consoles, you should be able to just swap that stuff in. It's going to use the PSVR kit from the PS4. Yeah, see, that might be the case, because that would make a lot of sense. Like, hey, we already have people that have purchased PSVR containers. PSVR stuff, so... Since we want them to upgrade to PS5, we'll make it easier for them. And then that's less development costs and stuff like that. If anything is acting out no matter what, they'll replace everything for free and you get to keep the other part. Really? Interesting. I do like 144 Hertz refresh rate. That's okay, Future, because you're gonna have me build a computer for you, and you're never gonna touch a PlayStation again. Yeah, Future, I'll take you up on your offer. I say yes. you want to pay me to build a computer for you, I'll do it. However, you gotta pay for shipping on the way to you. You have to promise you will never touch your PlayStation ever again if you are satisfied with this computer. Ah! A bunch of stuff just like fell and I thought it was gonna hit me. I was like, ah. I don't know why. Ooh, electricity. See, puzzle stuff. This is what I like, puzzle stuff. Oh, those aren't dead. Those are just sleeping. Yeah, I don't like that. Hope y'all don't wake up from this. Oh no, it didn't wake them up. It didn't kill them at all. Oh, that hurts! That still hurts from up here. No, there's another one. I just don't know where. Where'd you go, buddy? Aha. That still hurts. I can't remember in the first game, but in the original game, I don't think the shockwaves hurt you like that. I think they only went laterally, you know? It does make me wonder, though, with these cages, did they already have some of these eye dogs in cages? Or were these cages for regular dogs that just happen to end up here? Or the eye dogs just happen to end up here when all the portal stuff happened? Or were they already experimenting on these because they had gone to Zen? Yeah, they had sent people to Zen before, so they might have brought back some of these dogs. Not everyone in the facility was like oblivious to what was going on with Zen, because somebody had to work on this stuff, right? As for doing something about the electricity, there's like a little thing and a switch over there. I bet we could hit it with something and then get over on the other side. But I also know I have limited... I didn't bring any satchel charges with me, and I only have the one grenade, so... Maybe if we can blow it up from here, or we can shoot at it. We can have it hit the switch. Turn that thing off. Yeah, okay. I am imagining that this guy turned on the electricity to keep the dogs away from him. Because it also looks like he wired this up, and it's very crude. But then he probably died to their shockwaves anyways. Take care of yourself, Rika. Thank you for telling me more about VR stuff, too. I'll see you later. Imagine the poundage on the VR controllers. That would be dope. What, on VR? That would actually be kind of better than what we were talking about for the regular controller. Also, do any of you gents have any chopstick on you? When I was moving stuff from my desk when I was working, I seem to have misplaced all of my lip balm. Let's see if I have anything in my pocket, I hope. My lips are dry as a desert. Ah. Okay. Also, poundage? The resistance feature? The poundage, bro. Ah, I love it. Also, yeah, it's a way different time over where Rika is. Aesthetics, this should be really late for you. It should be like early morning. You getting up for a scrim or something. By the way, what is the pro gamer MLG jersey wearing? Like, what is the scene right now with everything going on? Questionable ethics. See, I told you the titles are cutting off, and I don't know if the titles are cutting off because my game is messed up or if it's something that's wrong with the game in general. That being said, while they're playing ominous music and we're getting ready to step into something, take a real quick break for a commercial, for bathroom, and for changing out the bar with all the amounts that people have re-upped over this stream and the last stream, not including my own stuff. And then I will be right back, alright?